Okay. Beta. I'm gonna show y'all boys where I'm from, man. I'm from that.
Hey, what it do? Still with the camp, shine like a lamp. Big boss hog. Boss dog can't poke through the door. Hit the talk this box. Fucking my soliloquy. Them toe times don't last. People do the knife yourself. Caught him in the fight like me. Be mad at peak game. Peak game. Made the phones on Will Swain. Jaron Boots Ennis goes up to 154. Let's talk about it. Before I get into that, happy post Father's Day, man. All the fathers, man. Real talk. My wife took me to see, she took me out to eat yesterday. I'm a simple dude, man. She took me to Saltgrass. You know, I'm not a fancy dude, man. I'm from Texas, man. I'm a Texas boy, so, you know, I'm from the country. I don't really be caring about being fancy, you know. So we went to Saltgrass, man, and went to see Ballerina, that movie, that John Wick spinoff. Man, that mug was good, bro. I like how realistic it was, you know. Because some of these movies, they make it unrealistic as far as, like, you know, the woman be beating up men, but she be throwing them and picking them up. I'm like, bro, that's not... I'm not saying a woman can't pick up a man, bro, but I'm like, the size that girl was, you know, but, you know, it was realistic as far as the fight scenes and stuff like that. I'm probably gonna go see it again. I ain't gonna hold you. You know, John Wick is, you know, the whole series is my favorite movie of all time. You know what I mean? Like, I just like the whole, like, movie series, everything. Like, I got all the movies. All the John Wicks. Pause. I'm John Wick on this boxing game. No, I'm serious. Anyway, Jaron Boots Ennis goes to 154. Okay? The question I have is, why now? Okay? When we've been wanting you to go to 154. Okay? I don't lie, I like the move. Okay? I like it, but at the same time, it's like, why now? Okay? People have been telling Boots for years there's really no compo. You know, ever since Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford decided, hey, I'm going 154, it was like, and you know, there's really no compo at 147. You know, you got Mario Barrios, Brian Norman, that's really it. Devin Haney saying he's a welterweight, but he hasn't officially fought at the weight class yet. You know, Ryan Garcia and Rolly fought at 147, but it's like, are they really a threat? You know what I'm saying? So you got names, but they're not really a threat. They're like still kind of too small. You know what I'm saying? So, and Boots is a big dude. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So I just question, like, now. You know what I mean? Like, why now? You know, I'm not gonna lie to you. Ever since Boots left Showtime, and like, his career ain't been moving right. Yeah, he got more money, probably. Now he's probably a more recognizable name now, right? But his name is in the mud, bro. Because, and this is what I mean by that. I know people be like, what? Maybe a couple of channels be like, what? But this is what I mean by that, in my opinion, right? I feel like ever since he went over there with Eddie, he's been linked to a couple fights, and then fights been turned down or they don't happen. You know what I'm saying? And Eddie Hearn said his goal was to make Boots the biggest star in boxing. Now, granted, Boots' name is, everybody recognizes him. Everybody, I don't want to say everybody, but people know who he is a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, he hasn't enhanced Jaron Boots Ennis' name, and Jaron Boots Ennis has enhanced his own name as far as being superstardom, right? But everybody want to fight Boots, okay? Everybody want to fight him, okay? Everybody look at him as just like, he food, bro. When he was on Showtime, he was looked at as like a boogeyman, bro. And his fights were exciting, right? Since he signed with Eddie Hearn, he been kind of looking questionable, besides this last fight against Stanionis, in which where he looked phenomenal. Pause. You know what I'm saying? But where we catch Boots in a contradictory statement is, the last fight, after Stanionis fight, you called out people in the media who were sitting there saying that you look weight drained, right? And when you said I want weight drain, I can make 147, I'm gonna continue to make 147, right? But then you go to 154. So it's like, that means those media people were right. You know what I mean? When they sat there and said that about you, that means they were right. You were drained, bro. You know what I mean? You just trying to, play these games like, it's like, bro, just keep it 1,000. You know? Like, your dad, bro, your dad be saying the opposite of what you be saying. So Boots will say something, and then his dad will be like, Boots be like, yeah, man, I want to stay at 147, right? His dad be like, man, we not staying at 147. Like, we might be going to 154, right? So his dad has had a different energy when it came down to just, Boots in the fight game. Like, he like, yeah, man, we might go to 154. We not staying here. We not staying, So it's been conflicting statements. You feel me? So it's just like, I'm not questioning Boots' fighting ability. I think Boots can go to 154 and wreck shop. He in a division that's cracking right now. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, your name is kind of in the mud right now. He could revitalize it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying like it's completely like just muddy, like, but it's in there, you know what I'm saying? Like it's on the surface of it, right? It ain't at the bottom of the mud pile, but it's at the surface because of the fact of how you been moving, you know what I'm saying? They link you to Virgil Ortiz at first. You say, nah, I want to unify, right? I never, took a belt off somebody or whatever. So you get another fight, then you fight standing on this, you get his belt, and then, you just drop your belts and move up. And it's like, no, bro, like, if you say you was gonna stay down there, stay down there. But it just, you moving up now kind of makes you look bad, because it's like, you could have made that Virgil Ortiz fight. That's the only thing I'm saying. I understand why he didn't. Not gonna sit here and say, oh man, I understand why he didn't fight Virgil Ortiz at that time. You know what I mean? But I'm just talking about how it looks. You feel what I'm saying? It don't look good. You know what I mean? And Eddie Hearn ain't did nothing to help that man, bro. He ain't doing nothing to help it. He making him look like he ducking. We just gonna be real. That's just what it is. Now, I don't know if him and Eddie don't have a good relationship. I don't know. And I'm not trying to sit here and stir up anything, because I don't know a damn thing. I'm not going to lie to you. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is like everybody's saying different things. They not really on the same page. So, I don't know, why they chose now. But it just kind of make you look a certain way when you are linked to big name fights at 154 and you didn't fight those said fights. You feel what I'm saying? So that lady needs to be looking forward, not looking at me. I don't know what she got going on. But so I don't know. But Boots, man, he at 154. 154 finna be cracking. It's a lot of big fights up there. Charlo is up there. He's still, trying to come back. You got Sebastian Fundora, Brian Mendoza, Erickson Lubin. Terrence Crawford talk about he gonna come back and fight at 154. So, he said he might do that. But that's the fight Boots wants. Boots wants Terrence Crawford. So, if Terrence Crawford is successful against Canelo Alvarez, maybe Turk. If I'm Boots, I take advantage and tell Eddie, hey, go talk to Turk. Tell him, can he convince Terrence Crawford to come back down 154? Because Terrence Crawford really is trying to little boy Jaron Boots Ennis. You know what I mean? He kind of looking at him like, man, what I need to fight you for? Like, that's how he looking at Boots. Like, he a little boy. Like, like, But it's like, nah, nigga, fight that man, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, fight him. You know, he want that smoke. Give him that smoke. You know what I'm saying? That's why I be on his head, pause. Because, and y'all Bud Buddy's head, because y'all will sit there and make exceptions for Bud. Oh, I mean, Bud doesn't have to fight him. I mean, what does he gain by fighting him? It don't matter. It's a respect thing. Right? Because I'm finna pull y'all. When y'all sat there, it was like, oh, when Errol was linked to Canelo, everybody loved it. When Errol was linked to Jaron Boots Ennis, y'all was like, Errol need to fight Boots. That's what you said. Errol need to fight Boots. Errol need to fight Boots. Errol Spence need to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. That's what y'all said. So I'm just sitting there saying, you know, why Terrence can't fight Boots? He beat Canelo. Even if he don't beat Canelo, he come back down 154. Hey, man. Boots, Terrence Crawford. We want to see that fight. We want to see how that's going to go. That's a fight that everybody in boxing want to see. That's what I'm talking about. You know? But old Turkey Combs messing up boxing. Crazy. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Buzz gone.